Okay, we're recording. So, like I said, the first thing I'm going to cover is the double, triple fast starts. I know not only do a lot of you have questions, but a lot of your team is asking. And if you're anything like I am, you're like, I don't know what to say because it's hard to explain. But basically, the key behind the double and triple fast starts is one, knowing what you normally get on a fast start. So just to start with that, if you sign up a 400 pack, you are getting on your next paycheck an $80 fast start. That's just what you get when you sign a 400 pack, you get an $80 fast start. If you sign an $800 pack, you get a $140 fast start. So that's regularly, normally, whenever you sign those two packs, those are the basic fast starts that you get. Now, when they unlock and like send out these double and triple fast starts, it's exactly what it says. You have the chance to double and triple the fast starts you would make on the 400 pack and the 800 pack. Okay, so that's all it applies to. It doesn't unlock like fast starts on the smaller packs. It's only on those. So to be able to do that, and also just if you're numbers driven, I'm trying to explain this in the best way. If you do unlock them, which I'll tell you how to, the 400 pack would be $240 fast start if you sign a 400 pack, or if anyone in your downline buys one, that can help to unlock it too. And the 800 pack gets you a $420 fast start, and that's if it's tripled. Now, the whole key behind it is that you do have to unlock them. So if you went and just signed one 400 pack, you don't automatically get the double, triple fast starts. To unlock the double fast starts, I know I'm like speaking to your room. If you want to unlock the double fast starts, you have to sign two 400 packs or two 800 packs or one 400 or one 800, whatever. You have to do two of the bigger packs, and that unlocks it. So not only will you make the fast start on those two packs, any 400 or 800 packs you then sign throughout the 11-day period, I think it is, you will also receive it on those. So you're basically unlocking it, and then you'll get it on those two that you did to unlock it. But then any 400 or 800 you spend, that you sign after that, you'll still get those. So let's say you do double, so you sign two 400 packs, that's going to get you $160 fast start on both of those. Once you've unlocked it, the two are signed, they're in the system, that's going to be your fast starts. And then if you sign more throughout the period, I think it's until July 11th, you're going to continue to get those. Now, if you sign 4 of the bigger packs, that's going to get you the triple. So you'll get triple on all those packs, and you will then unlock it for anything after that. Now, with what I understand, and I'm pretty sure this is correct, I think it is, because of what Dustin offered, it doesn't have to be a new enrollment. So let's say that somebody in your downline, needs products for samples or wants to purchase a pack. Yeah, the fast start checks are crazy. They can go in, and so let's say like Lindsay bought a 400 pack and Kelly bought a 400 pack. That would unlock me for double fast starts because they're both my personally enrolled. So it can be new people that you're signing up that are your personally enrolled, or it can be people in your downline. So if I had Lindsay, Kelly, Katie, and Jess, they all got a 400 pack, that would then unlock the triple for me. I hope that makes sense. I'm not bad at numbers. I'm one of those people where I'm like, I'm just going to work really hard and my check's going to go up, and that's how it works. Like, I don't do math. I don't try to calculate it. But yes, so let me explain this part of it. Now, I know that this can be confusing, and if this is not something you want to do not think that you have to do it. But as leaders, I do want you to know kind of the understanding behind it. So when this launched and the triple double fast starts launched, Dustin texted me because I'm personally enrolled by Dustin. And you know how we do those half off packs, the 400 for 200? Basically, that's what he does when these come out for like me. So he was like, hey, do you need products? Do you want to get a 400 pack? And I was like, yeah, because I'm out of chocolate shakes. I need them for samples. He said, awesome, I'll reimburse you the 200. So he's doing half off on them so that he unlocks his double, triple fast starts. Because I buy a 400 pack, they get unlocked for him. Yeah, he paid 200 back to me, but his fast start's 240. So he's making money, if that makes sense. So it's not a huge amount of money, but it's still profit. So that helps to boost volume. I never ever say that you have to do that, but anybody that is personally coded, personally enrolled to you, you can't offer that to them if you want to. If you're trying to boost volume, if you know they need products for samples and they turn them really fast anyways, feel free to offer that if you have the money to invest into it and you want to. You don't have to though. You can literally, some people I know, like I had a girl that signed up yesterday And she was like, okay, I got the 400 pack because it said promoter pack on it. Like she just thought she had to get that one because it was a promoter pack. So bad on me, but I was like, okay, awesome. So people don't think that you have to offer deals for new enrollments or for your team. If you want to just work on slinging a 400 pack, that is doable. I always do tell people the option when I'm giving them packs about the 400, because 9 out of 10 times if somebody buys a 200 pack, they're back to me in a week and they're like, okay, I'm out of products. I need more products. So always offer it. I'm always like, hey, if you know you're going to sample out and you want products for yourself and it's only money like that's mandatory, I'd go ahead and get it. So don't be afraid to tell your potentials about that. So did that make sense? Is that like kind of an understanding about the unlocking and then what you make? Yes. Exactly. So make sure that if you're offering them the rebate or anything, make sure that they personally enrolled through your account. So just keep that in mind. Now, we only had one question on the Cabo thing, which was the qualifying months. It was last month, this month, and next month. So is that the only question we have about Cabo, or do you have anything? I know I normally get questions about like the reimbursement for airfare, or it's like if you earn that part of it, or like how the 50% stay works. So if you guys have any questions on that, feel free to ask me. But I'm excited because I know that all of us can earn that. And I'm just saying that Cabo is really nice and I would like to go to Cabo with all of you. So that's going to be exciting. Not that like Vegas and San Diego were nice, but like Cabo, like I'm pumped. So now.
And it's all inclusive. Add that in. It's an all-inclusive trip. The resort is an all-inclusive and that is a part of it. So it's not just Cabo, it's actually the all-inclusive part. Don't forget that. Hello agrees.
Which that means that you're alcoholic.
I was going to say, but you know, we're recording, so.
No, it's fine. Because that is normally what's super expensive on trips and people do worry about, like, okay, what am I actually going to pay for? So normally you do cover like your food or any expenses like that. But in this one, it is an all-inclusive because it's a resort. So from what we know, it is all-inclusive. Now, on to kind of like the training portion of this. If you've been on, I think it was the one before last or the last one, this is probably me being a broken record, but I always like to say this because we always have so many new 12Ks. Like in that group, we have 55 12Ks. Like that's bananas, okay? I remember when I went 12K and I thought I was like the bee's knees and I was like, this is crazy. Like how do people do this? And then I was like everybody else, anyways, blows my mind. So these are just things that I like to kind of set as the tone, set as the pace, because I'm one of those that I do believe that the second that you sign up one promoter, one customer, you're already a leader. But when you get to 12K, I kind of think that that's when like shit gets real. Like you have like doing $12,000 in team sales a month. Like think about all the dollars. That's a lot of dollars. That's a lot of volume being brought in. And that's a lot of people contributing to that. So I think that that's sometimes when people get overwhelmed, when they start to realize like, okay, like there's actually a team of people below me and that could be super overwhelming. So the things that I like my mama wisdom that I always like to say is number one, don't think that you have to change the way that you run your business or, you know, the way that you market or what you do on a daily basis because you now have a bigger team. If anything, it should push you to do those things harder, to do those things more, to stay more dedicated to them. Kind of what I touched on the live I did on the team page today. It's like when you have children, I don't have children, but like your kids watch you and they mimic you and they do what you do. So as a leader, you know, don't step into management mode, don't do this and that, just literally focus every day on leading from the front and growing yourself. Know that your team is going to run at the pace that you're running at and they're going to do what you do. So if you're not showing up, they're not going to show up either. And that's just the way it is. Not that you have to force people to work or feel like you have to be on people's back and stuff like that. But by you running at a fast pace and you know that you're holding yourself accountable, that's what's going to help your team be successful. They need to see that you are doing what you're supposed to do every day. And that's what they learn from. When they see you do it, that inspires them. That's what's going to make them run on a daily basis. So be very careful not to slip into that management mode. I know that I did this in my past gig. I did this a little bit when I first started gaining a team here, and I felt like I had to like reinvent the wheel. And I was like, okay, well, like I'm a leader now. Like, do I need to have, you know, this, all these new chats and all this new this and that? And do I need to do a personal training? Like at that point, we didn't even have a team page yet. Like it wasn't a thing, which is so crazy to think back that long ago. But, you know, don't think that you have to all of a sudden just be a leader and have that as your title. Your girls have everything they need. all the resources that got you to where you are, they have, so think of it in that way that, if you want to have your own team chat, if you want to do this and that, that's fine. But don't pour all your efforts into thinking that you have to reinvent the wheel or do all these crazy new trainings or do this and that. Like, they have so many resources. And of course, you want to pour into them so they know you personally and have that connection, but don't think that like you now have to do all these different things. Don't think that you have to go start your own team page or do like a million different leadership management type stuff. Know that they have the resources exactly like you did to get to where you are. And those that are going to do it are going to do it. They're going to take advantage of those. And those that don't put that on yourself. That's on them. They have everything they need. So I always like to say that as a reminder, because I'm somebody that I will slip into management mode sometimes. And I'll be like, okay, well, do I need to do this, this, and this? And I'm like, no, like, we have a bomb team page. We have every training you could ever think of. They have all the support, the team chats, like they have everything they need. So don't think that you have to reinvent the wheel. Just know that you can love on your team while still 100% putting your business first. Which might sound crazy when you're like, but I have this whole team and this and that. Like, your business still comes first. And Courtney taught me that, and I've lived by that ever since. You have to be the runner that you want. Your business comes first every single day. Now, something else, which I don't know, this isn't touchy, but I know that it's kind of conflicting for people, and I got some questions on it about how to like have a balance with friendships when you start to have a bigger team, or maybe you have a team chat, or like your girls are super close. And the one girl that reached out to me, we love our team environment. We love how we love on each other, the support. It's unlike anything else. Like, I don't think you will find women loving on women this hard, barely anywhere else. And we love that. But because of that, we create some amazing friendships. And I love that. I want us to be one big family, but you have to find a balance of, hey, I want my girls to love each other and I want us to be a team, but we still have shit to get done type of thing. Like, there has to be a balance where if you notice that maybe you have your own team chat, or even the team chats we have, if people are living in them and they're spending all day answering other people's questions, doing this and that, yeah, it's to help each other out, but your team chats need to be muted. Like, all my team chats are muted. So unless you tag my name, my phone does not ding. Like, nothing goes off. I check it a couple times a day. I answer questions, but you kind of have to find that balance of knowing that, yeah, my team loves each other. I want us to be a unit. We're a tribe. This is great, but not have them get sucked into just it being like, we're friends, because, and like I always said, like, I can't sign you guys up as promoters. You're already promoters. So I'm not going to network with you during the day. You're my friends and I love the crap out of you. But, even if you ask Katie, like, me and Katie don't talk all day long. Like, I love the crap out of her and she knows that. And we'll send a text every day saying, I'm so thankful for you, because we won't stop ever saying that. But like, we don't spend all day going back and forth. Like, we still make sure our business comes first. I make sure my team is supported. They get their questions answered, but you still kind of have to be in that leadership role where don't be afraid to tell your team to mute your chats. I can't sign you up as a promoter. You're signed up as a promoter. Like, I need to network with other people and show other people this opportunity. And I feel like I get this question a lot because my best friend is on our team. And so I've had to have a balance where, you're welcome, Ashley. She's still my best friend. And I mean, I will talk to her through text, like, almost all day, but I'm still working my business and I'm not in the group chats with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, my messenger is for my work and that's what I work on. And my text is for like close family and friends. Like, a lot of people don't have my number because I don't give it out. I just use Facebook. So don't be afraid to have a balance. Don't be afraid to say, hey, mute your chats, like, get out and let's add some people. Let's talk to some people. Like, just don't let them live in the chats. Like, I think that is detrimental to business. And as much as people want to be helpful, like, there's enough of us where one of us will get to it, I promise, and their questions will get answered. So don't let them live in the team chats. And kind of just what I was saying about leading from the front with holding yourself accountable for them. And just an example, like, I went live on the team page today when I was talking about my goals, and like, I showed that I wrote my goals down. Like, don't be afraid to show your team when you do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, let them be inspired by you so they know that you're doing those things too. If you have your own team chat, like, write your goals down and be like, I wrote my goals out today. Like, did you? Not that you have to piggyback on them and mom them or be in management mode, but it's okay to inspire like that throughout your day. Just send a quick picture, be like, I wrote my goals down. I'm so pumped. Like, are you? So lead from the front in that aspect by doing your IPAs, by writing out your goals, by going live on your Facebook, all sorts of stuff. Let them follow in suit, and just know that You don't have to manage them. You know, we've gotten this far, you got this far, you went 12K, they have all the resources that they need, and just focus on developing yourself. And something I love to do, a lot of my self-development is about leadership. It's about psychology and personality colors and, you know, what different people need, because everybody needs something different. You know, some people respond to gratitude. Some people respond, they're goal oriented, or like, you know, they get motivated by giveaways. Some people just need you to cheer them on. Like, everybody needs different things. So don't be afraid to also take on that role of saying, you know, I am a mentor and a leader and I'm growing my business, but I do want to be a mom leader. You know, I do want to know how to support people and inspire people. And the one book that I have that I love is Leaders Eat Last. That's a really good book, which is contradicting what I'm saying, but it's a good book. So don't be afraid to also grow that side of you. Like, I never see myself as like, I never say like, oh, I'm a business owner, or like I'm a brand promoter. Like, I see myself as a mentor and a leader. Like, that's what my job title is, you know, because it becomes no longer about you as you go along. So do not be afraid to grow with that. Like, I love leadership and growth. Tony Robbins has a lot of good stuff for that too. Just really understanding what drives people and maybe why you're getting certain responses from people. Like, a big thing that I had to learn was like how to have those tough conversations when somebody's like unmotivated, or you're having a pep talk, or they're like, hey, I need you to pour life into me. Different people need different things, like different personality colors. Like, some people need you to be like, you need to get your shit together. And some people need you to be like, I love you so much, you're a queen. Like, you're gonna be like, it's amazing to learn about different psychology and stuff like that. So if you want to like amp up your self-development, I'd also encourage that. Yes, that's a really good book, Rachel. I love that one. Okay, Katie, I'm going to bounce it to you. And if you guys have more questions, feel free to ask also.
Okay, I'm not going to talk a lot because I'm going to open this up to you guys. We're getting so many amazing leaders on here, and I want to learn from you guys. I want to learn from your teams, because, you know, what me and Em did when we started, even though it was 9 months ago, we have to switch it up and always be creative and figure out that we have to do new things every single day to grow ourselves, grow our brand, and things like that. So I want to open our training this Friday. I want to hear what you guys want to talk about. I want to know what your teams are struggling with, because I feel like we're so repetitive with like social media, you know, mindset, growth, and things like that. Literally, I feel like all we do is talk about how to grow your brand on social media, and it's getting repetitive. So I want you guys to unmute yourselves as you go and just talk about what you want to see this Friday for the training, because I really want to come together and combine our leadership. Don't be shy. And if no one says anything, I'm going to be really sad.
Okay, so I have, myself included, like, how do you, if we don't want to come across like spammy or salesy, I guess, how do you post about products? Obviously, we use our stories, but how do you make a good intentional post without posting every single day? Like, how do you keep it like, what, this may have something to do with the algorithm or whatever, but like, I've tried to let comments go for like a day or two and then go back and comment again. Like, is that like good for the algorithm? Because I know a lot of girls who, one, like they work their business from like text messaging and like their close friends and family, even like a bunch of them starting, but they don't have time to post on social media. And a lot of people, especially the newbies that I'm getting, think that they need to post 2 to 3 times a day. We all know that's not true. So how do you, without before and after pictures, because like obviously I use the product, but I don't have a bomb ass like before and after picture like Katie or like Em or Lindsay, like I don't have that. So how do you touch people continuously, I guess?
Yeah, I was gonna do on our training too a big section on Instagram stories, which I know we've touched on, but like Katie said, like you constantly have to be evolving. And like when we signed up, we could put up a sample post and sling like 45 samples. And I mean like pay my car payment sling samples. And now if I put up a sample post, like I don't get a comment, like unless it's y'all pretending that you're not so the evolution of that and like how to now do it, like I do it totally through stories. Any customer I've signed has been on my Instagram story, so I can totally touch on that and we can bring it in, because I intentionally every day either do a poll about the business side of things or about products, and it's always different. It's never like, hey, do you want to buy my product? But I try intentionally every day to incorporate a poll in my story where I kind of tell a story about it or, you know, show myself taking it. So we can definitely touch on that, because I feel like we don't talk a ton about like product posting, I guess. So I can touch on that definitely.
Okay,
But
so
not only that. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. I was actually going to bring in you because you enroll a lot of customers and you're so good with, so you touch on that, whatever you want.
Well, don't mind if like I have to step away because my dogs are currently trying to kill each other. It's fine though. But what I do, honestly, what I was going to say to that is that I've noticed a lot of people forget that they had a social media before network marketing. And that is a huge, huge thing. You have to remember that before you got into something like this, you had a social media. You had a following, whether it just was like grandma, grandpa, aunt, and uncle. Regardless, you had people on there that were watching you, even if they weren't liking your stuff. So you still have to remember that as you're posting, that you need to have days there where you break it up. Like today, I didn't mention one post about Lavelle. I've made like maybe 2 or 3 posts, probably all about how psychotic my dog is. But like, it's fine because that's still in line with my brand, but I didn't talk about the products or Lavelle. I do that and I throw that in there like once a week. I'll have a day where I
No,
don't.
I'm not buying toys, honey.
Weird.
You have plenty of toys. Go in your room and pick out a toy.
What? Sorry, I have my scroll syndrome. Your son's really cute though, Amanda. I like that he just told you to go in your room and pick out a toy. But that'll be my child when I grow up because that's basically my dog right now. But so like today, I didn't post anything about the business. I will do that like once a week or once every other week. I'll mix it up so that way it's still touching base. Like each of my statuses have had over 100, whether likes and comments, interactions, or both. So to me, that's huge because it's reminding people like, hey, I'm still a human. I'm not just in network marketing. Like it's reminding people and you're fine, Amanda. It was really cute. It made me happy. It's reminding people that you are outside of network marketing, that before you join network marketing, yeah, I've been in network marketing since I've had social media, but there's been, I swear on my life, y'all. There's been times where I have gone and have had breaks and like when I was working as a nurse and stuff like that. So I was not posting products or posting about joining a team or stuff like that. So you always want to remember and remind your teams that they are more than just network marketing, that their brand, they're building a brand, but their brand isn't network marketing. Your brand is you. So at the end of the day, when you have a brand, the reason why, and people ask me all the time why I was successful, like straight up, and it didn't take me like time because I had time in between gigs. It's because I never let my brand be what I was selling or what I was representing. It was always me. So, and I don't like want to make this sound bad, but if I decided to do something like how I was doing LuLaRoe, and then I joined Lavelle and how I'm still doing LuLaRoe, and it works for me because both of those, they're two Xander, sorry. They're two completely different things, but my brand is me, so it's the same thing. So when people follow me from company to company, not like saying that I'm jumping or doing anything because I'm not, but the moral of it is the brand is me. So no matter what product I'm selling or what product I'm representing, they're following me. So that's not changing. If it is, it's evolving with me and like the chapters of my life, and my followers are following me. So you always, always, always want to remember and remind your teams that before they were doing network marketing, and even now that they are doing it, they have themselves and a brand outside of that. And that should be number one. Just like how Em said that your business comes first. It's really, to me, my brand comes first. My business comes second. Everything else follows in suit of that. So to me, my brand is always number one because my brand is always going to be what makes me money.
You need to bring everything you just said to, like, that could have been the training for Friday for that segment. So I think we should do what Chloe said. We'll talk about how to post about products, and I think Em and Lindsay need to cover that topic. Are you guys okay with that? Em can talk about what works for her, and Lindsay, everything you
say that one more time. My dog just totally peed on the rug, and I've just tried not to kill her. So can you say that one more time?
I was saying what Chloe wants. We'll make that a segment, and everything you said is perfect. So repeat everything you said, and M can touch on Instagram stories.
Yeah.
So we'll take that. I don't want to take up all your guys' night because it's almost 9:30. So I want to get at least like 3 strong things to talk about. So what else do you guys have ideas of? And don't be shy, because sometimes our teams are struggling with things and they're scared to tell us. So feel free to unmute yourself and tell me so I can write it down and we can figure out who.
First of all, wait, who's talking? So I think.
Okay, I see Rachel.
Yeah. Hi. I can't talk long because I can't breathe more than like half a second. So I'll be really quick. So first of all, on the topic of like, I know it sounds like super repetitive to like you guys and like most of us, because like we've been in it long enough that this seems super repetitive, but on the same aspect, obviously whatever we've been doing so far is like working really, really well. I don't think we should ever stray away from the mindset and pouring into each other or any of that. I mean, I think really we're signing newbies like every single day, and I think they all need to hear this constantly. And it's even like, it doesn't sound like repetitive to me in a negative way. So I wouldn't stray away too much from what we're used to doing, because again, it works and we're signing people constantly. But on that note, I think we should touch on how important it is to go live. I don't see people going live as often as I used to. And that was it. Literally all I had to say.
No, I love that. Is anyone on here? I know Shay is really good at Facebook Live. So is she on here, Lindsay?
Yeah. She's unmuted.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Sorry, I was cleaning up the rug. I heard my name.
No, I was asking if Shay was on.
Yes,
she
she is.
Okay.
So
So Shay,
like lives and Instagram.
okay, so wherever you're at, Shay, would you feel comfortable talking about Facebook Lives? Because I know you're really good at that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, lives is like my thing, because I'm not like able to sit down and just like write out a perfect, text for a status. It's hard to do, but I know that there's passion in my voice and people can to that, and I feel like they draw to me because of that. So I have really tried to showcase that and illustrate that for my girls specific, so that I don't know, I just feel like there's something very powerful about you speaking and you being real about it and sharing your story. And that's just kind of how I go with it. And I don't know, like I don't have a huge following, but like one of my lives the other day that I just did a random day has like 1,000 views on it and stuff. So I'm like, okay, people are watching. And I just try to be as real and as open as possible with it. I do find Facebook is a much better outlet for lives versus Instagram. But I don't know if that's just because I haven't really built my Instagram very much. Hold on, it went dark. But I think that lives are amazing. I really do. I find that people like to watch you. They want to see your facial expressions. They want to see how, I don't know, just how you talk, how that passion that carries through your voice. And so.
Okay, that's perfect. I love that. And people need to learn from that. And I creeped on your page, and all of your lives, you were so confident, and it was such a natural ability for you. So are you cool for Friday night? Are you open to talk about right there, Facebook Lives? Are you good with that?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Okay, so we have Em and Lynn's talking about how to post about the products. We have Shay talking about Facebook Lives. Does anyone want to chime in? I think we should have like at least 4 topics. That way, if we do like 15 minutes a topic, it'll be an hour training. I think. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Whoever was
I
talking.
was just gonna say. Sorry, it's Amanda.
No,
I was just
go ahead.
gonna say. Yeah, I think the video is off. Anyway, I was gonna say, Graham is like in my face. Okay, calm down. I was gonna say something that I think would help some of my newbies. I think that sometimes they think that all your leads just flock to you or whatever, and that all these tips are like magical ponies. But I think I like the topic of the nuts and bolts of what massive action looks like. Like, like nitty gritty, like conversations with customers. I think that I think that that's always like a good topic. Just
That's
like
perfect.
what your IPAs are, like
Okay.
and how the money's made, like in the conversation.
I love that. Sorry, your camera must be off, so I couldn't find who was talking, and then I realized it was you. Okay, so Amanda, we'll do income producing activities, taking massive action, and the conversation with your potentials. Are you open Friday night? Are you good to talk about those things?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And then that's perfect. This is going to be really good. And then I want to bring Kelly Thomas on because straight up boss going 40K in a month. So whatever you're doing is working. Where are you at? There you are. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hey.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about? Do you want to maybe talk about your story and how you went 40K, or what do you feel comfortable with?
For Friday?
Yeah, I don't know what else. I mean, whatever like is your sweet spot. I know for me, it's self-development. For Lynn's, it's branding. Kind of everything. So what's like your sweet spot and like what you feel confident talking about and what you think would help our team and our girls?
I mean, I feel like my sweet spot is in just like speaking life into people. Like a lot of our team, I feel like was super scared to make the switch at first, just because we knew we watched you guys all go through the exact same hate and backlash. And so like we were prepped for it. We knew it was coming. And so I feel like we have created this bond, and like my leaders are amazing. Allie's on here. I don't think Beth is on here. We've popped a couple 12Ks, and like seriously, like it's really not me. Like it's my team. They're just so incredible. But I feel like we all decided together that we were just going to step out of fear and like into faith and just like go balls to the wall. And then like we were just doing it together. So I feel like there's just this fire in our team where like we just can't be stopped. And like everything they're saying, everything that they're doing, and the stupid statuses that they're still posting, it's just like in one ear out the other, and like we're just going at it full force. And it's like I feel like last time around, like you look at a diamond chart, if we all came from the same one, and it's like that seems impossible to do in a month. And here people are cranking out 12Ks in 2 or 3 weeks, and we're just like, that's cool. But it's like that's a really big deal, so it's like Allie even when she hit 12K, she's like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, no, like this is huge, like this is incredible. And so like we just have this like mentality that we're coming for everything they said that we weren't going to have. So I can talk about whatever you want me to say.
That also is, don't forget that like our team, we crank them out fast, y'all. But other teams in the company, they don't. So when we say like 12K in like 2 weeks or 1 or 2 weeks, like that's huge still. So don't ever, like if you're on here, right? You hit 12K, 40K, 80K, 200K, whatever it is. You did that, and you have to realize like our team cranks them out fast, but we are like the only team in the company that does that. Other people like Ashley Casey, it took her like 3 years just to go 4K. So when we say remember we're badass.
Yeah.
Like let's not forget that also. So like, so when you're on here, I don't ever want you to think like just because you did it in like 2 weeks and somebody else did it in like 2 days, it doesn't matter. You did it. There are people in this company that will never, as sad as it sounds, that will still never hit 12K. Like there are some people that, and I don't mean it like as in they can't, but some people not that they can't do, they won't do what it takes to get there. And we just have what it took and what it takes in a shorter amount of time because we're a badass team. So I just want to throw that out there because I don't want anybody on this chat right now just to think like, it's so I'm a 12K. No, you're fucking 12K.
Can you guys talk on that during the chat?
What?
Okay. 3 things before I forget. So Kelly, how about you in the training Friday with just kind of like your fire, bringing it in? A lot of our team let's not like talk about IW or compare it to that just because a lot of people, they don't really know about it. So just talk about, everything you're going through, how you used it as your fire and where it took you. So are you cool with just bringing the heat and ending it?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll run over this one more time too. I want to know who wants to do our Thursday opportunity live, and 3. So I need Shay, Amanda, Kelly, and Em and Lynn's. I want to make a really cool graphic for our team page for Friday for the training, just to get everyone hyped, not a word swag with like team training. I want them to know what we're talking about, the new faces and our leadership. So if you could send me a selfie and I'll make a really cool graphic. Other than that, Em or Linz, do you think we should talk about anything else? Do you think this is a good little setup?
No, I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love you, as always. I love you for grabbing it by the balls.
Being organized. Send me the selfies and touch on whatever you want, and let us know whoever wants to go do the Thursday event.
I think we should have at least one 12K and one of our new 40Ks. If I have a say in it, I say one of the 12Ks that are on here because they took the time to come on here and pour into themselves, that I think that you guys are 100% do it. So I think one of the 12Ks on here should definitely do it. Yeah, Rachel. I think Rachel, she hasn't done one yet, and I honestly love how she talks about the products, so I would love to hear her do an opportunity if you're willing to. Thanks, Ariel, for saying that because my brain is not working. And then one of the new 40Ks, whether it be I actually don't think Jess has ever done one because she just hit 40K last month, so I don't know if, Jess, you're willing to, or Kelly, or who else? Brittany went 40K, so I would think maybe, Jess or Brittany, if either of you are willing to do it with Rachel, that would be pretty amazing. Not to like throw people out there or like call anyone out, but if I have 2 cents into it, that's what.
Okay. Whose Zoom ID are we using Friday? Does anyone have an upgraded account? I think one of us just needs to upgrade.
I know.
I have it.
Why I act like I don't.
Okay, so one of them holds, which account holds more than 100 spots?
Lindsay's.
Lindsay?
That's
Okay.
that's why we always use mine, and that's why the world has my password.
Is this the 666?
No, the devil one, 666, is M's.
Okay.
That's
All
how
right.
I know the difference.
I'll make a graphic for our page tonight. And I guess you just end it however you would like.
Hey, you guys, my phone died. I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, for Friday, can you guys like stress that don't compare yourself to other people's journey? Like you were saying, sorry, my phone died while you guys were talking about it. But just because someone hits this rank so quick doesn't mean that you're not eventually going to get there. It's just not your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit on that also, not last week, but the week before when I talked about like hashtag like rank human instead of worrying about your rank. I did a whole like 20-minute talk about that too. So if you have
that's already on the page then.
Yeah, if you have anybody that's comparing them, tag them in that team chat because that was a really, really good team chat.
Okay.
Myself, I was really, really focused, which is really rare.
Yeah, you're usually like.
Yeah, hashtag fuck a rank was my thing for that one.
I actually do remember it because I'm not going to be that rank next month.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Kelly, your littles are on. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
They'll learn. We're fine.
I promise I'll be their favorite auntie, but I have a sailor mouth.
I can't stop cussing.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys Friday. Katie ran away. So if Katie needs your selfie, make sure you get Katie your selfie. And then other than that, she'll make the graphic or one of us will, and we'll put it out there.
Yep. I'll end it off just by saying, because what Lindsay said just made me think that we don't remind you guys of that enough, that what has been accomplished and what we are doing is not normal. It is not average. It is incredible. And you will see when you start to go to the retreat, or not the retreats, but like the trips. And I'm still very uncomfortable with it. And I'm not somebody that like is ever like amused. Like I don't get my cup filled from recognition, but when you go to these things, the whole company watches us. The whole company knows what the tribe is. They come up to me, they watch our lives, they give us hugs, like they eat dinner at my house on Thursday. Like what we have accomplished is crazy and people are inspired. Okay. So like I said, the recognition doesn't get me, it doesn't fill my cup, but knowing that even in the company, we make people dream bigger and they say like, holy crap, like if like they can do that in the way that we market and the way that we train and it's so different, know that you're a part of something so much bigger than yourself. And what we are doing and the wave that we're making is not normal. It is not something that has happened before. It is not something, and we get hella recognition for it. So you will feel like a superstar and a rock star when we go to Cabo and stuff like that, but just soak it in. I sometimes forget to pinch myself and say, that this really is our life, and 12K is huge. I remember the day that I hit 12K, I bawled my eyes out like a baby. He was still in the oil field. I remember FaceTiming him crying. So just know how important you are and how amazing this tribe is, and that what you're a part of is something that literally is like legendary. And if that fills your cup, so be it. Just know that you inspire people. And thank you guys for getting on and pouring into us. I'm super excited for the opportunity event, the chat. So do what Mama Katie said, and I will upload this and send it in the team chat once.
But not only the people in the company do we inspire, we also inspire Paul and Jason. I remember when I canceled my San Diego trip, Paul texted me and he asked me why I wasn't going. They know who our team is. So when we say like we don't only inspire like the company, we literally inspire the entire company all the way up to our CEOs. So please, 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 when Em says it, when Katie says it, when whoever says it, when we say like when you hit 4K, 12K, whatever you are, it means something. It really does. We're a part of something amazing.
Yep. Okay. I love you guys. Have an amazing night, and I will send this once it's uploaded. Bye.